also like the stand mixers. And you're using a stand mixer, perfect. You could even put your bowl, that whole bowl, if it fits in your freezer, if you have space in your freezer, you can put that in there. I see electric mixer. Is anyone whisking by hand? It's a lot of muscles if you're doing it by hand. Oh, you're whisking by hand? Okay, sure. So I'm going to teach this class the way that I learned in culinary school, the same way I would teach it if we were all together in person. Some things I'm going to demo, meaning I'm going to demonstrate first, and then you're going to go. Or other things we might just start making together because it just makes more sense that way. So the first step is if you're doing a mix-in, whether it's cookies, I'm doing cookies. So hey, I'm going to take, I hear you. I hear someone.
Sorry, I was gone for a second, and I don't know what you guys heard from me because I was frozen.
We got to the recording, and if anyone wanted to be blocked out, to just let us know.
Okay, thank you. I just still have a few more announcements for us. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties. Before we get started with cooking, so I mentioned that we are recording. We also take screenshots, so if you don't want to be shared on social media or on our website, just please let us know. We're happy to block that out. I mentioned that we have a lot of returning people, but we also have some new, so I just want to take a minute to introduce myself and introduce Chef Jazz as well. I am Kelly Bly, Culikid's Executive Director. And if you don't know about Culikid yet, we are a nonprofit based in New York City that provides healthy culinary programs for individuals of all abilities. And our programs work on teaching healthy habits as well as social and independent skills. So we like cooking is fun, but we want to work on some more skills as well. So we talked about the chat and how to communicate with us. You guys can unmute yourselves too. If you want to unmute yourselves and can't, just let me know in the chat and I'll fix that for you. We have other summer classes coming up, so I'm going to drop those links into the schedule. If you enjoyed this class and want to do other ones, I'll send that information to you. And at the end of this, I'm going to share a survey link to parents and guardians. I'm just going to ask you guys to take a few minutes and fill it out. Let us know what you think and what you want to see from us in the future. This is our third class, so we just want to hear from you guys going forward. If you guys are cooking with some people at home, if you guys can take pictures from your end, we'd love to see what things look like, and also take pictures of your finished ice cream. If you're posting them on social media, please tag us. Or just email them to us, and we'd love to see what you guys are doing. So I'll put all of our contact information into the chat as well. And lastly, if you take the opportunity to follow us either on Facebook or Instagram by the end of the day today, you'll be entered to win a free grocery bag with a Culikid logo on it. So I'm going to put all that into the chat while Chef Jazz gets us started. And Chef Jazz, go ahead.
Awesome. And that's at Culikid, right?
Yes.
On all social media?
Yes, exactly.
Awesome. So let's get started. I'm Chef Jazz. I'm your instructor today. And I'm so excited to cook. Thank you guys for welcoming us into your kitchen. So first things first, we're going to work on our mix-in. So I'm doing cookies. I'm going to take about 10 cookies and put them in a Ziploc bag. If you have fruit, or maybe like a chocolate, something that needs to be chopped, you can get your cutting boards out and your knives, and you can chop those. This one's kind of like an easy cheat. I put my cookies in here, and I'm just gonna take my rolling pin and crush my cookies. And I'm doing it in the bag because I don't want it all over my table. So I'm just gonna crush, and I want them kind of chunky still. I like big Oreo chunks. So as you can see, my pieces are still kind of big. Ooh, my pieces are still kind of big, but that's the size I'm looking for. And the way I'm going to teach you guys is, like I said, some things I'm going to demo first. Some things like this, we can do it together. So you should be chopping or crushing. And I'm gonna wait till everyone is done with each step before we move on, okay? So my Oreos are done. when I cook, I like to clean as I cook. So my Oreos are done. I have what I need in my bag. I'm gonna put this over here. This is gonna go back into my pantry. And while I'm over there, I'm gonna get my bowls that I put in the freezer, okay? So.
I see a lot of people crushing their cookies right now, so we'll wait for everybody to be done. If you're struggling with the rolling pin, you can also use your hands in that bag. And it depends whatever your taste is, how big you want your cookies. So you can stop whenever you feel like they're ready. I know some people said they were doing just vanilla, so you're all set for now. Some people chocolate chips, so maybe just measure out the amount that you want, get those ready. If anybody's chopping anything, somebody was doing raspberries. If you guys want to keep them whole, that's cool. If you want to chop them up a little bit, you can take that time to do that now. We also have some taste testers, so that's good. Make sure those cookies are good before you mix those into the ice cream.
Olivia, those look great. Those look ready. Oh yeah. Your Oreos look good, Colton. Oh, hi, Amelia. So the next thing, oh wait, we're still going over here.
Oh, look, okay, good. Oh, M&Ms, yum. Okay, it looks like some people are ready.
If you're ready, what you can do is you can go ahead and grab your bowls for the next step. Mine were in the freezer. I just took them out so you can see this is a glass bowl and it's nice and frozen now. So it's gonna be really cold for everything else I need. I also need my whipping cream. So I'm gonna grab that too. And putting all of these in the freezer just means that when we go to make it, it's gonna come together a little bit faster because it's nice and cold and chilled.
Okay. See people getting their heavy cream. Okay, who's ready to move on to the next step? Give us a thumbs up.
Thumbs up, thumbs up.
I think that's everybody. Okay, we're ready.
Everyone? Cool. So the next thing, let me demo for you first. I'm gonna demonstrate and then you guys are gonna go. We're going to open our can of condensed milk. This is 14 ounces. This is like the standard size, but if you got like a really big size, you only need to measure out 14 ounces of it. So I'm gonna carefully use my can opener and make sure, watch out for sharp edges. And this is gonna get poured into my smaller bowl. And I'm gonna be really careful not to accidentally hurt myself.
Okay, so everybody make sure that your can opener clicks in. And when you hear that snap, you're ready to turn. So go ahead and open that can now. Whoops. Okay, and this is also pretty thick if you need to use a spoon or a knife or something, or a butter knife to
So that's 14 ounces of condensed milk, or just the standard, the small can, if you need to measure it out. But I'm just using my whole small can. So the condensed milk here is our base, and this is what's gonna make our ice cream nice and creamy. So that's what this is doing in our ice cream. It's making it nice and creamy and delicious. Can I get a thumbs up if you're ready to move on? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up? Cool, awesome. Okay. The next thing we're gonna add is just a pinch of salt. Just a little bit, one pinch.
So Jazz, if I'm starting from here, I don't have my salt poured out. How do I do a pinch?
I would measure, you can either pour it into your hand and take a pinch from there, or you can measure 1/8 of a teaspoon using your measuring spoon.
Okay, so you can use, would you say 3 fingers?
3 fingers.
Okay, so I've poured it into my hand. Take these 3 fingers, grab
and
it,
just, there you go.
And sprinkle it in. And any extra in my hand, I'm just gonna dump out.
And adding this little bit of salt isn't gonna make our ice cream salty, but it's just gonna give it a little bit more flavor. Thumbs up, because you're ready, right, Laura? Okay. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay. And the next thing I'm gonna add is my vanilla. Now, if you guys, I don't think anyone's making a chocolate, but I wouldn't add the vanilla if I was making chocolate. So, but if you do have another extract like lemon and you're making something with fruit, somebody's making with raspberries, so you might want to do lemon extract if you have lemon. If you have almond extract and you're using nuts, that might be like a nice little additional flavor profile base to add in, but I'm using vanilla. So I have my vanilla and I'm pouring 2 teaspoons. So pouring in, that's 1 teaspoon, pouring another one, that is 2 teaspoons of my vanilla that I just put into this same bowl.
Okay, and our teaspoon has the abbreviation TSP on it. Okay.
So we're adding that, and then you can just whisk, whisk, whisk.
2. Okay, so once you have those 3 things, you should have condensed milk, pinch of salt, and vanilla.
2 teaspoons of vanilla, yep. And then you're ready to whisk. So we're just mixing until you see the vanilla kind of disappear into the condensed milk. And that's it. Then we can put it aside.
Okay, that's what mine looks like. Oops, I'll have to turn this down.
Yeah, here's mine.
Okay, all mixed together. Okay, so that's mixed. We still have some people mixing. Good. I see Olivia's ready. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up when you're ready, guys. Yeah.
And Heath and Mackenzie. Good. Okay. Ariana. Give you guys a few more minutes. Make sure that's all mixed together, so that way the whole batter or mixture should look the same. Thumbs up from Charlotte. Awesome.
For the heavy cream for the next step, you're going to need a pint of heavy cream, and a pint is 2 cups.
As I saw, Laura gave us a thumbs up. Can we just do that one more time so we can see? A thumbs up if you're ready. Everybody all together. Okay, I think we're ready. So yeah, like Jazz was saying, so this one says 1 pint. If you have something that's bigger, you'll need to measure.
And if you're measuring 2 cups, okay? So I have the right amount in my container already. So I'm just gonna pour my heavy whipping cream. If you got heavy cream by accident, they're more or less the same thing. Heavy whipping cream has a little bit more fat in it, so it's going to whip up a little bit faster. And what we're looking for is stiff peaks. So think about a mountain with snow on it, right? It has snow peaks on top. And when you whip this and you have your, and the heavy cream starts to come together, it's gonna hold its shape it's gonna hold its shape and it's gonna get stiff. Now, first it's gonna be soft peaks. Yeah, the heavy cream is going in a larger bowl.
And if you're using a stand mixer, this is what you want to use your stand mixer for. So your stand mixer bowl.
Yeah. So we're going to whip this, I would say 3 minutes to get to our stiff peaks. So first they're going to be kind of soft and they're going to keep bending over. But when you get your stiff peaks, they're going to hold its shape. And once I get there, I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to start mixing. And we're all gonna do this step now, and we'll wait until everyone gets to their stiff peaks before we move on to the next step, okay? And be careful, it's gonna splatter maybe. So that's why I have my towel here, just in case, so that I don't get it all over myself. You might wanna put your towel over the bowl like this, so that you don't get it everywhere or all over yourself. And I'm gonna start on low and then move up to high so that it doesn't immediately splatter, okay?
I also just want to say, I'm going to mute Jazz for a second. Keep going. Everybody can be mixing. Carrie had asked, and I just want to make sure everybody did see the answer, that this is in a separate bowl, right? So you put your heavy cream into a separate bowl than your condensed milk. And we're going to keep mixing. I'm going to unmute. Oh, no. I cannot unmute you, Jazz. So whenever you want to, you can unmute yourself. Charlotte says, I love vanilla ice cream. Awesome, Charlotte. So glad you're here then, learning how to make it with us.
So right now, we're just being patient and whipping.
I actually set us a timer because 2 minutes doesn't really sound like a long time, but when you're doing anything for 2 minutes, it can maybe be a little bit longer. So I have a reminder for us, and we're all going to check it in 2 minutes. And Jess, did you say this before? What speed should I have my mixer on?
We're going to start on low so that it doesn't splatter everywhere, and then you're going to move up to high.
Perfect. And you have your recipe already. We are up to the point that we are whipping our heavy cream together.
So right now, I'm at a place where you see that little peak on it? This little peak, he's not, ooh, there we go. He's still leaning, so he's not stiff yet. This is a soft peak. We're gonna keep going. But I already see my cream getting thicker, and you should too.
So that was our 2 minute mark already. So 2 minutes passed, and we'll see what it looks like in another minute or so.
So now I'm at stiff peak because you see this just holds this little tip. Can you see that, guys? Let me see if I can get a big one. It's kind of holding in shape now. So I'm there. I'm going to go a little bit further, and you don't want to go too far because then you'll get butter, but I'm going to go just a little bit further. And this is a stiff peak. That looks good. Yeah, Karen, sorry. If anyone else wants to show me, I'm looking. Oh, that looks good. Ariana, can you just like dip your whisk and then hold it like this so that I can see?
And Jazz, Mackenzie and Sydney are showing you. I think it might be a little bit more.
That looks like it's holding its shape. That looks good, yeah. Mackenzie, I'm looking.
Yeah, Mackenzie.
Can I see Mackenzie? Can you just dip it in and then go like this so that I can see? Hold it upside down so I can see if it's holding its shape. Further, closer. Yeah, you're good.
Olivia, yours looks good. I think that, do you see Laura too, Jazz?
Colton, yours looks good. Henry, that looks good. Sorry, I'm going back and forth. Who else?
Laura is showing you.
Laura, where are you on my screen? Yes. That looks good.
Good. And then did you see Olivia's already too?
Olivia
showed the bowl. It looks pretty good. Do you
want?
Oh,
yeah, because it's definitely holding its shape right there. Beautiful. Amelia, do you want to show me? Oh, you're still going? I'm done with my mixer, so I'm just gonna unplug it and put it on the side because I don't like things that I'm not using in my way. I'm just gonna move it all out of my way. So now I just have my condensed milk bowl, my cream, and my mix-ins.
Hi, can we show you ours? We're hand mixing.
Oh.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's gonna take a little more muscle.
A little bit more. Yeah. I saw it drip off a little bit. So when you take the whisk out and you hold it up, none of the cream should fall off.
And since you're hand whisking, it might get warm faster. So you could actually at any point put your whole bowl in the refrigerator or freezer if you have space in your freezer, because it'll help it get colder faster. You can take your whisk and you can put that in the freezer too, and that'll help too, because it's a lot of hand work to whisk it.
Yeah, and I thank you for reminding us, because I forgot we had somebody hand mixing. So if you're hand mixing, when you usually whisk something, you might be going a little bit slower. When you're whipping whipped cream, you want to make sure you're going really fast. Okay, and then your arm might get tired, so it's good you have two people that you can switch on and off. It will take, how long would it take you, Jazz, who's done this before, to whip cream by hand?
I've done it in maybe like 7 minutes or so, but my arm gets tired and I have to put it in the freezer for a minute. So I see you guys are putting it in the freezer right now, and that's good. It'll help the process along. And in the meantime, you can watch the next steps.
Yes, and keep, you know, if you're ready to move on to the next step and we've already passed this, just let us know and we'll remind you. Also, if you keep going beyond the class, we'll send you the recording so you'll be able to finish up. How's everybody else? Did everybody else have their stiff peaks in their whipped cream and is ready to move on?
Okay.
I think so. If I miss anybody, just let us know. Either unmute yourself or let us know in the chat you need more time. So I think we seem ready though, Jazz.
Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I have my heavy cream, my whipped heavy cream, and I'm going to take about a cup of it, but really like this much. Did someone just say something in the comments? I can't see.
No, that might have been older. Charlotte said she loves vanilla ice cream.
Oh, lovely. Me too. So I'm going to take a nice big spoonful, and I'm going to put it into the condensed milk, the smaller bowl of the condensed milk that we made before. And I'm going to just fold it really gently, fold. And this is what I mean by folding. I'm going to try not to drop this. I'm going to just gently fold. So kind of stir, over, under, over, under, over, under, until it combines. So I still see some white, and I still see that like darker color of the condensed milk, and the little ribbons are folding, but I'm going to just keep gently folding, gently folding, gently folding until it comes together.
Actually, somebody else let us know, Jackie let us know that they're not ready yet, so they're still whipping their cream.
Okay. Are you in a hand mix?
Do you need us to see it? Or let us know if you have any questions.
Your cream might be a little bit warm now because the machine, the stand mixer, or whichever kind of mixer you're using, will warm up your cream. So you might want to go in the freezer for a minute if you have space in your freezer. If not your freezer, you can go in your fridge for a minute and then watch and then go back to it. So I folded my
looked buttery. Oh, okay. So they started over, Jazz, because it got too buttery and thick in the stand.
Oh, it got too thick. Yes, you don't want to walk away from it. Yeah, that's butter. But you could use it as butter. So don't throw it away, just use it as butter.
So yeah, when you're ready to get it restarted again and you want to show us the heavy cream, feel free to.
You put the cream and the condensed milk in the same bowl. Is that what that said? Okay, so then you can now add your toppings. Is it thick? Okay, go in the freezer and then take it out again, whip it again, and then you can add in whatever your toppings are. Okay, so I folded some of my heavy cream into this. I only did that one scoop, right? Now I'm going to take all of this condensed milk with that little bit of heavy cream, and I'm going to pour all of this into the big bowl. Make sure I get all of it out, and I'm going to continue to fold.
Before you do anything, let's make sure we're doing the right steps. So we first put a little bit of heavy cream into our sweetened condensed. Now we're going the opposite way. So take your sweetened condensed with that little bit of heavy cream and then put it into your stand mixer bowl or whatever you were whipping. Is that right?
Yes. And now I'm going to keep folding. Gently fold, gently, gently. We don't want to mix hard.
Yes.
We just got all this big, beautiful cream. Excuse me?
Jackie is showing you her cream.
Can you hold it like a little bit more, but you're almost there. Like 30 more seconds. And I'm folding. You can see the little bit of the white from the cream, a little bit of the color from the condensed milk, and it's combining gently, gently. Here's how mine looks. It looks kind of like a cloud, right?
And you want to be gentle too, because you just whipped in all this air to your heavy cream. If you mix too much or you press too hard, then you might get rid of some of that air. So you want to be gentle.
So you don't want to overmix it at all.
Olivia,
So yeah, you're
so-
good, Olivia. Perfect. Put it down. Part of being a good chef is knowing when to stop and when to just, that looks good, that looks good. Beautiful, Laura. That's ready. You're combined. As soon as you don't see those ribbons of the vanilla, of the heavy cream, you're in a good place to stop. And by ribbons, I mean just like the little streaks of white. So thumbs up if you're just about ready with this step. Olivia's ready to move on. Okay, you're ready to move on. Ariana, you're ready. Thank you. Thumbs up, Laura. Thank you. Henry, you're still going. Mackenzie, you're still going? Okay, thumbs up, you're ready.
And how are we doing with hand mixing, Abel? Still working on it?
Did you come out of the freezer yet?
Yeah, I just took it out.
Right, how are we
Okay, and you're
doing?
still going?
Yeah.
Can I see yours?
No, I unmuted.
Okay, you still need to keep going, but you're using one of these, right? You're using the whisk?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah, hand mixing is really hard work, but just keep going. You're gonna feel so good when it's done.
Now this small bowl we're done with, guys, so we can just put that to the side as well. And we can add in whatever our mix-ins are. So I'm gonna add in my cookies. I also have a little bit of jam I'm gonna mix in. I think that might be really lovely. And again, we're gonna gently fold everything in. Let me turn so that I can see myself. We're gonna fold everything in. And now if there's two of you working, one can go get the container that in the beginning of the class I said to put it in the fridge, the freezer or the fridge to start chilling. That looks good, Olivia. I'm gonna go grab my container. Oh, I still have a little bit of cookie.
And Jackie and Abel, I know you guys are at different steps, so if you need us to repeat anything or you have questions, let us know. Good, Ariana? Cool.
So Jackie, are you at the part where you're folding, you folded a little bit of the heavy cream into the condensed milk? Okay, so you're gently just folding that, and then you're gonna add everything in the smaller bowl to the bigger, the stand mixing bowl. And just super gently fold it in. Once you see those ribbons combine, then you're in a good place. I see Laura's taste testing, very important step.
Okay, so right now, Jazz, we're up to, everybody should have fully mixed ice cream with mix-ins and have their loaf pan or other container ready. Is that right?
Yeah, so I have my container here. Can I get a thumbs up if you're ready to watch me pour it in? Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thank you. Okay, seeing lots of thumbs up. Okay, so I'm going to pour this in here. And the reason, again, why we are using metal or glass, preferably, is because it will get cold the fastest, and then we'll have ice cream ready the fastest. So I'm pouring, making sure I get all of this with my spatula. Pour that all in. So that's in there. Oop. I'm going to just flatten it out with my spatula because I want it to be nice and pretty. And then I'm going to take my plastic wrap and wrap this with the plastic. And put it into my freezer, just like this. So we want to wrap it with plastic so that nothing gets in and so that we don't accidentally spill it or anything. And just like this, we're going to take it and put it right into the freezer. And we're going to try to do this step pretty quickly. I'm going right in the freezer. And once you're in the freezer, you can check on your ice cream in about 2 hours. But I would say 4 hours is going to be more ideal. So this should be ready by dinner time, okay? This could be to go with your dinners tonight, your lovely ice creams that you put all of this love and work into. If there's, I should have said this earlier, but if we have siblings in the chat, and one likes one flavor and the other one likes another flavor, you could do half and half into 2 different bowls with whatever type toppings you like.
So just to make sure we all heard all of our steps, because we did a few at the same time, we're putting our ice cream mixture into our chilled loaf pan. Oh, good. Laura, I think you are showing us a sealed pan ready to go in the freezer. So go ahead and get that in there. So you put your mixture into your loaf pan, seal it with some plastic wrap. You want to make sure you're covering it, and then put it in the freezer. And like Jacob and James over there, taste test your mixture and make sure it's going to be good. And Olivia, are you in the freezer?
Is that wrapped?
Thumbs up if you're in the freezer, Olivia. Yeah, okay, and Ariana is too. Okay, that looks beautiful. So good. Mackenzie and Sydney, that looks great. So cover that with some plastic wrap, get that in the freezer.
If you have lids for these containers, you could also just use the lid.
Sorry.
We're putting it in the pan. Oh yeah, yours will come together faster then.
Putting it in a pan, gotcha.
But if you put it in the pan too, you can also, if you want to make ice cream cookies, like little ice cream sandwiches, the pan, you can just kind of cut it out and then assemble and then wrap it again, maybe in parchment paper or more plastic wrap, and then you'll have ice cream sandwiches later.
That is an excellent idea, actually.
I think I might be doing that.
Okay, I see a lot of tasting going on here. Lots of tasting. So I think that we're almost wrapped up. Does anybody have any questions? Feel free to take yourself off mute if you have questions for us. Jacob looks so excited right now. Does it taste good? Yeah.
What's your question?
You need cones to go with ours. Oh, hold on. Let's hear from Jacob and James first, and then Mackenzie and Sydney. Jacob and James, what's up?
What's your question? Today, I made no bad choices.
Today you what?
You made no bad choices.
Oh, that's so good. So you got to have some ice cream because you made all good choices. So proud of you. And then Mackenzie and Sydney, what were you going to tell us?
We made cones.
So cool.
Brilliant.
Did you make those, did you say? Wow, that is impressive. Send us a picture of that, please.
And if you have extra cones, you could put your extra cones. If any broke, you can put those in the ice cream too.
We made a
Like
batch
cone
last night.
ice cream. Oh, awesome.
I just missed it. I see some.
Abel,
Yeah.
how's yours coming along? You're back in the freezer?
No.
Ask them how should we thicken it?
How should we thicken it?
You have to keep whisking until you get it nice and thick. So you might want to go in and out of the freezer a few times for that to happen. But you will know when your cream has come together by when you go like this with the whisk and it holds its shape. That's how you'll know that your heavy cream is ready to combine with the condensed milk. 1 scoop into the condensed milk, mix, fold in really gently, and then all of that smaller bowl of condensed milk is going to go into your big bowl with your heavy cream, and then you're going to fold it again, and then add your toppings and freeze it.
Okay.
Yeah, so Abel, I just want to show you again, I showed you before how fast you should be whisking, but the other thing that has helped me is how I hold the bowl. So I like to hold the bowl like this and get all the stuff gathering in the bottom here, and then go really fast, just back and forth, really, really fast.
Yeah.
Okay? And it's probably gonna make your arm hurt a little bit. You can switch sides, you can have somebody else help you. So it does take a lot of work, unfortunately, to do it by hand. But just keep at it and you can do it. Okay. Everybody else, are you in the freezer? Can we get a thumbs up? Okay, I think that we are all in actually. So I'm actually going to send you guys all the links to stay in touch with us. So we have our website. You can reach us at info@culikid.org if you have any questions or want to send us some of the pictures of what you made. That's our Instagram and our Facebook. Both are just /Culikid. So if you post them online as well on your own social medias, make sure to tag us because we want to see them there. We also have links to upcoming classes. So we have a webinar for parents about how to get your kids involved in the kitchen. Looks like everybody's already started here, but we'll give some really good tips. I see Laura has her Culikid knife. Awesome. We have Culikid knives too. If you want to hear more about that, you can email us any questions. I also want to say specifically for Abel, if you're still working on this and have questions, you can reach us at our email address. You can send us pictures, ask us questions. You have the written recipe though, so you can keep going on your own. But if you need to ask us, just let us know. And everybody has the written recipe, so you can keep going. And I'll send you guys all the recording and a survey. Everybody's good?
Thank you guys for inviting us into your kitchens. It's been so much fun cooking with you all today.
4 hours from now, ice cream will be good. So let us know how it turns out, okay?
Thank you.
We're looking forward to cooking, guys.
Bye, everyone.